president that people keep on pointing to in terms of how he performed in his first term, first 1 year, is Kibaki. They said that indeed Kibaki came in and he performed on free primary education, implemented it, anti-graft measures, implemented them, prison reforms, and a delegation of powers to ministers, that you could point it out directly. But then on the Ruto administration, this is what they're saying, and they put it like this: implementation of CBC reforms. They went right ahead and said, facing a lot of challenges, still not understood. University fee, they're saying, well, despite what they will pay when joining university, they're saying with unemployment rates in this country, when you are essentially giving students that model of education, it is higher university fee whether you like it or not. They can go to school, but they will pay more once they're done. They're talking about virtual university launch, where they're giving it to him. They're talking about a skyrocketing cost of living. They're talking about a KEMSA scandal within the first 1 year of his administration. And they're talking about appointment of 50 illegal CASs in office. And they're looking at it, the shilling at the worst it's ever been, 150, and still rising, despite the promise of bringing it down to 120. They have more negatives in the first 1 year of Ruto than any other president that Kenya has ever seen. Nabeswa.
And Elijah, we should start off by actually checking where we have come from. Yeah, for the past 3 to 2 years, we need to look at economic dynamics of the country currently and at those time. Just look at where Mwai Kibaki took over from and where William Ruto took over from. Now, you know, any economy of a given country is dependent on the tax regime of the state and the debt levels of the state. These two things, one has to be at the lower, one has to be the opposite of another one. But when Mwai Kibaki took over, it was at equilibrium. Our debt was so low, and even as compared to the rates as compared to our tax at that time.
Yes.
This time round, when this government came in, those two things, in fact, they were almost at the par. Look at our debt at that in 2022,
yes,
when this regime took over, and the taxes that were there.
Yes.
Now, the cost of living, just a simple definition, is the money spent on commodities, food commodities, that's rent, and basic needs.
Yes.
And these things also, they are dependent on the tax on the taxes.
Yes.
In a given state. They are also dependent on the, let's say, the economic situation of a particular country. Kenya, we used to highly depend on the imports. Look at the much we used to import from Russia, wheat and some of basic commodities. Look at our agriculture base. Our country is majorly dependent, our economy majorly depends on agriculture. But look at our agriculture sector at the moment. Mambo spoke on fertilizers. It went up. And I'm one of the person who will really thank the president now of at least looking for that free fertilizer and coming to sell cheaper than those people who are there and they even never looked for that free cheap fertilizer to bring to our farmers. You know, and I really term I'll really term the leader of opposition's sentiments as being reckless. You know, I feel he's a person who currently just spoke for the sake of exciting the audience. You know, just coming, telling that in fact that is not a fertilizer. He said that it's mchanga, you know, and it's a leader telling people like that. You know, where are these facts? He should come and tell us now this is free, it was free, and give it, document it, so
Yes.
that we can see.
Yes.
It's free. What we know?
Yes.
No,
Just
no, it's not
yes.
lying.
Kindly,
No.
kindly, allow me
No,
just 1 second.
in fact,
Yes.
it's-
Nabiswa,
it's-
could you give him just 1 minute? Because I've got another question that I want to put to you as well as you continue making your final submissions. Yes.
You
Fanya mambo.
see, even